From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Friday, March 28th, 2025.
For the Detroit Free Press Autos team, I'm Jamie LaRoe. Less than 24 hours after President Donald Trump signed an executive order imposing 25% tariffs on all vehicles imported into the United States, car dealers, analysts, and industry leaders struggled to make sense of the new rule and how it will impact their businesses. Part of the confusion is the fact that even the most American-made cars contain a good percentage of imported parts. Those parts could now be subject to 25% tax is paid by the importers, in this case, the car companies. There's also the risk that the countries in which American car makers export to will respond with retaliatory tariffs of their own, hurting the Detroit car makers' sales abroad. One analyst estimated the tariffs will add $100 billion to $125 billion in added costs to businesses across the auto industry. That kind of damage is one reason why many analysts said they believe these tariffs cannot realistically stick, even though Trump insisted they are permanent. Car dealers said they have an adequate supply of new cars, but they anticipate that could change and prices could go up if supply tightens due to tariffs or prices rise to offset paying tariffs. One analyst estimated car buyers will see the average monthly auto loan payment rise from the current $750 a month to $830 or $840 a month. For more on this story, including a list of which cars contain the most domestic content, visit freep.com.
I'm Jenna Prestininsi for the Detroit Free Press. The next eclipse of 2025 is coming up this weekend. The partial solar eclipse with its devil's horns won't be visible in Michigan, but you'll still have options. With a trip east, you can enjoy the view from Canada or from Maine in the US. If you prefer to stay home, check out live streams Saturday. The eclipse will come during March's new moon, a supermoon. This year's next and final partial solar eclipse will be September 21st. To learn more, visit freep.com.
Hey there, everybody. This is Omari Sankofa II, Pistons beat writer for the Detroit Free Press. On this week's episode of our podcast, The Pistons Post, NBA analyst Nate Duncan joined me and Bryce Simon for the second time to discuss the Pistons' historic season. Here's a quick snippet of our conversation. How surprised are you by what's taken place? Or if you're not, if you saw the potential in this thing early, then why?
I wouldn't say I saw the potential for them to be a top 6 seed, to be a team that's going to be, in all likelihood, 10 games or more over 500. I think basically 2-3 games in the season say that I thought they're going to make the play-in, which really nobody had at that point. That was really more about that I thought the competition around them was going to be pretty bad. And also that I thought the Bulls were still going to be trying to protect their top 10 pick, which, as it turned out, wasn't the case. So, yeah, a lot has changed. JB Bickerstaff obviously has transformed this team. They've gotten so much more out of these guys at the defensive end than I thought. That's probably the place I would even start with, maybe more than what they've done offensively with Cade and the three-point shooters, is just how much better they've been defensively, particularly the improvement that some of the young guys have shown.
You can hear that full conversation in this week's episode of The Pistons Post, which is available wherever you listen to podcasts. And as always, you can find our latest coverage on freep.com/sports.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and you'll hear more from us Monday.